you can't say enough about their effort. You know, the one touchdown they did give was on our offense. So defense came through in a big way, and I was really pleased with our team's overall effort.
Mike G, I imagine Marcus Davenport and Cam Jordan are licking their chops, excited to face this Chicago Bears squad with their offensive line issues. We'll get to that. What did you learn about the Rams in this win on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, I mean, don't look at it like a Chicago offensive weakness as much as a Rams defensive strength. And McVay talking about it right there with Brandon Staley, his new defensive coordinator, coming in and really bringing an attitude. I mean, it's palpable. You can see it. You can see the way that they bring that physicality with the way that they hit. We saw it from Jalen Ramsey a couple of weeks ago against Golden Tate, and in some other instances, bam, right there. It was a little late. I got a delay on the home cam. What do you want me to tell you? But there is a physicality to this defense that you need to have if you want to compete in the NFC West. And beyond what I'm seeing there, I'm looking at the stat sheet, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm seeing a team that has given up 10 or fewer points in 3 of its last 4 games. That doesn't happen in this league anymore. This defense is on a whole nother level right now. Stop thinking about the Rams as McVay's toy as far as the offensive side. Start thinking of them more as a team that is going to dictate what is happening on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we used to think that Sean McVay's toys were finesse toys. No, these dudes are action figures, G.I. Joes with the Kung Fu grip. Last night I was watching the game, and immediately after that Malcolm Brown run, I sent an email to my producers and said, listen, I need that run because this is the new ground and pound Rams. No more finesse Rams. Yeah, they threw the ball for 216 yards. That was impressive. But what was even more impressive, that collectively they ran for $160. Darrell Henderson, Malcolm Brown, and depending on the game plan, Robert Woods gets involved in the running game. I like the fact that Sean McVay can mix it up. The host of wide receivers and tight ends, they can make plays when Goff gets them the ball. But when they run the ball like this, that's even more impressive. And from the jump, they hit the Chicago Bears defense square in the mouth, and the Bears never responded.
Yeah, this was rough. I mean, if you're a Rams fan, congratulations. You are way better than the Bears last night. This is why the people in the power rankings world, like Dan Hansis, they're always like, it's power rankings, not power standings. Because I see 5 and 2 next to both of those logos. I guess they're in the same standings, but like this was not close. I don't think it was ever a competitive game from the first series of the game. I really mean that. Unbelievably humbling for Chicago, and we'll get to. But L.A., I'm kind of on the same page as you guys. I think we all kind of took the McVay deal and put it aside and said, he's an offensive genius and motion here and Cooper Kupp here. This was just wrestling. I mean pro wrestling. They just body slammed the hell out of him for 4 quarters. It wasn't dazzling offensively. Power running, great defense, all over Foles. And I mean that about Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd, who had 2 sacks yesterday, was supposed to be the Scottie Pippen for the Bears defense on the other side of Mac. They tried. It just didn't damn work. And then, of course, the second they play him, he looks like Lawrence Taylor in a Rams uniform. So I credit the Rams for that. This NFC West thing, we're going to talk about it for the next 2 months. Still the best division in the game. Still going to come down to the wire. And if you thought for 1 second that the Rams were knocked off their kilter or just didn't have it after what happened against San Francisco, no, they're back. They are very strong. They are not pretty. They are not cute. They are not gimmicky. They are a bad team when they want to be. And last night was not a competitive game. It gives me no pleasure to say that to the Bears. The Rams kicked their bleeps for 4 quarters.
And to Mike's point, the strength of this team is their defense, right? Their stars are Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, who've been absolutely dominant to this season. I ask you, Kyle, is it a good thing that the Rams' strength is their defense in that division instead of the 2018 fireworks? In this division that's so competitive, is it better to be a high-scoring offense or have this defense the Rams do?
Well, of course, Kay, the answer is both, as we saw with Cardinals versus Seahawks. But I will say this. The only way that the Seahawks lost is because the Cardinals turned over Russ 3 times. 3 times. And I'm seeing Jalen grab balls last night. I'm seeing Donald. You better have the defense. If I had to choose one, I would say defense for turnovers. But I do believe that at the end of this thing, it's going to be the team that's clicking on both cylinders. Rams look good. Like, I defy any of us. Maybe we'll do it later in the show. Who is the best team that's going to win this thing? Really tough, really impressive division.
And also keep in mind that even though the defense is a strength and the running game is solid, the pass game is solid, like Sean McVay can dial up a pass game where he puts up 40 points. So this isn't a team that's struggling to score. I think just game by game, what makes this team great is that Sean McVay doesn't have to go in thinking to himself, I need to put up 45 points to win. And we've seen that in years past. But now this year is different. If they have a game plan where they can stifle offenses on the defensive side for the Rams, then offensively for them, if they're scoring 25, 30 points, that's good enough to win. That right there is the real luxury.
Nate, but this defense is, or this